Mahlzeit und herzlich willkommen zum ersten Festivalbericht 2024. Es geht sehr früh wieder los, früh wie noch nie mit einem Festival im Januar und das ist nicht alles. Es wird auch eine alte Tradition wiederbelebt. Letztes Jahr habe ich das nicht gemacht, die Jahre davor aber schon. Ich war immer in einem anderen Land zu einem Festival. 2019 war ich beim Mystic Festival in Polen, 2021 in der Schweiz beim Urrock, 2022 beim Brainstorm in Holland. Und dieses Jahr geht es zum Epic Fest in Dänemark. Das ist ein 2-Tages-Festival mit 13 Bands, soweit ich weiß, die spielen. Und was hier so besonders ist, das erfahrt ihr gleich nach dem Intro. Viel Spaß! Ja, das Epic Fest ist ein besonderes Festival eigentlich aufgrund zweier Merkmale. Zum einen, das ist ein relativ reinrassiges Power-Metal-Festival. Das merkt man an den Headlinern wie zum Beispiel Beast in Black, Glowhammer und Orden Ogan. Das zieht sich durch das ganze Line-Up so durch. Ein bisschen Heavy Metal ist auch dabei, aber das ist schon relativ deutlich. Das zweite, und das finde ich ziemlich cool, auch thematisch. Das Ganze ist so eine Art Nerd-Festival, kann man glaube ich schon so ein bisschen so sagen. Man hat zum Beispiel Pen-and-Paper-Tische, wo man mitspielen kann. Man sieht das an den Flaggen, die aufgehängt sind. Man sieht das im Hauptraum, der so mit Bannern ausgeschmückt ist. Es werden zum Beispiel auch so Würfelsets verkauft, so wie man sie bei Pen-and-Paper-Spielen benutzt. Und das ist eigentlich ziemlich cool. Ich guck mal, wie groß dieses Thema hier aufgehangen wird. Ich finde das aber ziemlich cool, dass das so ein Motto hat. Und ja, jetzt schauen wir mal rein, die Band. Wir sind gerade in der zweiten Location, wo es schon langsam voll wird, im Gimle. Das ist die kleine Halle. Es gibt noch eine große, die King Wars Hall. Das ist quasi so ein Kongresszentrum hier. Und ja, jetzt schauen wir uns mal an, wie das Ganze hier so läuft. Los geht's mit Memoir Senata. Traditions have to be honored, so as always I have the promoter for an interview, Søren. Nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you too.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice that we are finally back in another country. This year we are visiting Denmark, and when we are visiting a festival for the first time we always begin at the start, so maybe you can tell us a bit about the start of the Epic Fest.
Yeah, well, we're here at Epic Fest and it's our second year as a festival, and basically it's a festival for all who's into fantasy and epic metal, power metal, and the whole universe, role-playing, stuff like that. It's cool. We love it.
Let's talk about the roots. How did you start the festival? Who had the idea? How did you start?
So we're two old friends from the city of Roskilde where Epic Fest is held, and we basically just love the same kind of music, and that's power metal. Mm-hmm. And basically the genre is not that big here in Denmark. It's not big at all compared to Germany and Sweden, but we wanted to change that, and we know from a fact that there is fans of this kind of music here in Denmark, and we wanted to show it to the rest of the metal fans here in Denmark that this is something that we can actually achieve on having people coming to a metal festival only for this kind of music. So we started out last year. We had the first festival last year, and that was only a 550 cap. Now we have the second year, and it was sold out last year. Now we have a second year with also sold out, but now with 1,300 people. Oh, yeah. So that's cool. Yeah,
it's a huge step.
Yeah. It started to grow fast.
Yeah, it seems to go very fast. So it's more than double amount of people. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't here at the first edition. What are the major improvements this year? What changed?
Definitely that we have the venue that we're using at the small stage this year called Gimle. It's like that was the only venue we had last year, and now we're out here in what we call King Roas Hall. which is a big congress center here in Roskilde. So where we have the main stage and the merchandise area and the beer garden, etc., etc. Build it up with fantasy themes. And we're still using Gimle this year, but as our second stage.
Nice to meet you guys. It's the first time that I see you, to be honest, and I think for most of my audience, it's the first time that they see you too, because I'm from Germany. So maybe you can tell me a few things about you. Who are you?
Well, we are a new band. We mostly just started last year. We play symphonic metal.
It's a new genre in Denmark. Not very much many people know about us.
No.
So
symphonic metal is not huge in Denmark.
Metal in general, is it huge in Denmark? Is there a lively scene?
Metal is huge, but it's mostly harder stuff, heavier stuff, like growl mostly, and not that melodic.
So not this power metal thing.
No,
not very big in Denmark.
How did you like it to open the festival here? Was it good?
It was a great experience. People seem to like it.
People were really great, so sweet, and just it was a lovely audience. It was a good experience.
Did you know the festival already before you were booked here? I mean, it just happened once before. Did you know it?
Yeah, we heard about it before.
Yeah.
We know one of the other bands that played last year.
Yeah, but we haven't been to it last year, so we just heard about it, and then this year I think maybe we would have come even if we didn't play, because some of the bands that we like are playing. So yeah.
I think it's kind of a nerd festival with that theme and the pen and paper stuff and everything. How do you like that?
I think it's very cool. All the nerds collected in one building. That's amazing.
Are you yourself into nerd stuff?
Well, the
Some
guys,
of it, yeah.
Actually Dominic, the drummer, I think he does D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, but these guys are mostly just history nerds. So
and power metal nerds, all that good stuff.
So more the Sabaton kind.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
To be honest, for me it's the first time that I visit a festival in Denmark. In Germany I visited a ton, but in Denmark it's the first. Are there many festivals here? And for the audience, what would you say, what is the one festival you have to know, and maybe one festival that is like a gem, like a hidden favorite?
I don't know about a hidden favorite, I don't know about that. Of course the big one, Copenhagen, it's always great. So we go there every year.
yeah, that's a tradition.
Yeah, so that's great.
Are there many festivals in Denmark?
There's some. I actually don't know that many, to be honest.
Not metal festivals. Like we have maybe, I would say 4
That you know of.
that I know.
Yeah.
That I know of. That I know of.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one, for example, so just that I learned something new today?
I know one small one is called Heavy Akker in the northern Jutland.
I don't know that one.
No.
But I know there is Nistevel. Isn't that metal as well? I think. And
that's right.
Fængslet.
Yeah, Jailbreak.
Jailbreak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're a fan in Denmark, what do you do if you want to visit metal concerts more often? Are there more club shows? Are you going over the border to other countries, or what do you do?
Well, we have been to Germany,
Yep.
especially when it's symphonic metal and the genres that are not huge in Denmark. Then we have to go to Germany.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was what I also recognized, that you have the two stages. I mean, I know a lot of festivals also in like a similar size, but when they have like 6 or 7 bands playing at one day, and with that timetable, they would have one venue, like the main venue, and just do it there. So why did you make the decision to keep the Gimle and not just, for example, do everything here?
I think it's pretty common when you go to festivals that it's not field festivals and open air festivals like Warten or Summer Breeze. That when it's city festivals, I think it's pretty common that you can walk from stage to stage, which is you can go to Maryland Death Fest, for example, where it's a big city festival where you can go for each venue in the whole city. And we have a couple of other metal festivals here in Denmark where we walk from venue to venue. So I think it's pretty common actually to do that when it's not a big festival field. I mean, it's the same when you walk on a field, right? It takes like forever to go from the main stage at Varken down to Varkinge village. That's a long distance. It's way more shorter here with the two stages.
So in my function, I always have to ask the uncomfy question sometimes. So because Gimle, it's of course a smaller venue than here, and I already read that it's limited. So when you have, for example, 1,000 people who wants to see Fellowship, then they will not all be able to see it. Do you think it will be a problem this year?
We'll see. I mean, it's a great example. I mean, it's fantastic to see Fellowship grow so fast. I mean, when we booked them in early 23, basically when the new album was released, and it just exploded, and that's great. But I still think when we're having a festival like this, there will be, and compared to any other city festivals with a venue cap, it's pretty normal. I think again the same with Maryland Death Fest, where we walk from venue to venue. There is a limited cap. That's how it is. Then we're trying to do other stuff at the same time. I mean, we have a Twilight Force signing session a few minutes during the Fellowship concert. So we kind of like putting up some options for all people. I mean, it's not everyone who wants to go down to Gimle and they just sit here drinking beers, and then they recognize, oh, there's a signing session here with Twilight Force. Why not go there? You know, so it's definitely something that we are thinking about when doing the planning. The example with Fellowship is that they've just grown so big, and that's good.
Today you're here because you're on tour with Glory Hammer together, and I think most of the people, many people out there in the audience, don't know that much about how the touring is. When you tour together for 4 weeks with a band, how much do you really do with another band? Does everybody has a separate schedule, and you don't really get in touch so much with them, or do you start to know them and to know the people?
Of course, in a tour like which lasts for 4 weeks at least, there is always the time or opportunity when you in a same room and you sit down or you hang out together. It comes, especially in the beginnings. It's mostly about the production, but later on when the whole production gets more relaxed and routine stuff, and then we start to talk to each other, of course, and basic stuff. Sometimes you become friends. So of course. It's 1 month is a long time.
Now you can tour again. Now we can finally visit festivals again. But the time where that wasn't possible was not so long ago. So did that time, these 2 years of not being able to tour that much, switch or change how you see that things? And do you enjoy these things more, or changed? Did that change your look at it? Perspective?
Personally, to me, it felt really nice from the songwriting perspective. Not nice for the industry or for colleagues or fellow musicians, but I have no problem in coming up with ideas what to do when one door closes. Like the live stuff was not happening for almost 2 years or so. But I thought, okay, well, now I'm gonna dive deeper into the songwriting and lyric writing and enjoy that. And after that, I did enjoy the live stuff equally much as before, not like more than before. It's just, I always felt it's just a bit longer pause. I knew it's gonna happen again. And nothing that drastic. Like for me personally, it wasn't that a huge change. But unfortunately, for most 99% of the people in the industry, they were like suffering, and everyone was complaining about it. That no live gigs, and I'm like, doesn't affect me like on personal level. Not in a bad way, or not in a good way. It's just like, when you have something to say, like there's a flow in your own like being. You always want to do and say something. And as I said earlier, one door closes, other opens. It's going to happen again, but in some different way, not because of Corona or something. But so you gotta be prepared for that and have a good use for your time.
Yeah, and it's also helped that we not released an album just before COVID. Many bands had this issue that they just wanted to go on tour and they couldn't. We've been done with our album tours, and we've been just writing the new album, and then this album making process got extended a bit longer. So from this sense, we were the lucky ones, and since we could restart touring and playing festivals, I don't really see any much difference between the times when we played before COVID and after COVID. To me, it's quite the same amount of people, or even more. And especially nowadays, I don't really see this very strict safety, how do you call that, control things anymore. So it's like quite the same as it used to be before COVID.
Yeah, let's talk about the motto here, the theme. I think that's something special about your festival.
Thanks.
And I really like it. The fantasy motto with the artworks. You have the banners and flags everywhere. You have, for example, pen and paper or Nintendo. You have many stuff. And the bands, of course, with the fantasy power metal music. How important is that for you?
It means everything. That's, I mean, that's our whole identity. It's our brand, It's we embrace fantasy, and it's not like we are laughing at it. We see it as something beautiful. I mean, it's like reading Lord of the Rings is just a piece of beautiful art, And that's what we want to achieve with this festival as well. It's important for us to hail, so to say, the whole fantasy universe, because we both think it's beautiful, and it's to combine metal with something as nice as and beautiful as the whole fantasy universe. It's a cool thing, basically.
Yeah. And I also think that you have many metalheads, especially in maybe younger age, who are also very much into fantasy and magic stuff, and maybe fantasy gaming, for example. Yeah,
Legend of Zelda, man. You know, love it. And yeah, we have Dungeons and Dragons right now at the cafe at Gimle, where people can buy tickets to do some Dungeons and Dragons playing. It's cool. You know?
Yeah, it's very interesting. So schnell kommt der zweite Tag hier beim Epic Fest. Wir machen das Ganze jetzt mal in der Halle. Die ersten beiden Bands sind schon durch, auch wenn das Ganze vor dem Zeigen der Bands kommt. Erstes Zwischenresümee. Gerade das Billing hier besticht und das Thema, ne? Also hier wird dieses ganze fantastische, magische Nerdtum zum Thema gemacht. Das finde ich ziemlich cool. Man sieht es am Merch, man sieht es hier an den Bannern und Flaggen, die hängen. Das ist cool gemacht, keine Frage. Und das Billing ist auch cool. Halt Power Metal auf die Fresse die ganze Zeit. Gerade die Bands hier auf der großen Bühne, ziemlich cool gewesen. Beast in Black war super. Glowy Hammer haben Spaß gemacht. Kann man überhaupt nicht meckern. Auch die Bands auf der kleinen Bühne waren gut. Aber ja, noch ein bisschen besser wird es dann heute am zweiten Tag. Ich freue mich da tatsächlich fast ein bisschen mehr auf die Bands auf der kleinen Bühne. Fellowship und Power Balladin, hoffe ich, werden ziemlich cool werden. Wobei ich bei der zweiten Bühne ja vorneweg noch nicht so sicher war, ob da alle reinpassen. Das Resümee gibt es dann später am Ende des zweiten Tages. Und auf der Hauptbühne sind es dann heute Twilight Force, Bloodbound und Orden Organ. Also das sind schon alles Bands, die sich sehen lassen können. Da folgt eigentlich eine gute Band nach der anderen, Schlag auf Schlag. Was man hier wissen sollte, das kann ich schon mal sagen, für kleine Leute könnte es schwierig werden. Die Stage, gerade in der Haupthalle, ist ziemlich niedrig. Also da hat man so ab der 10. Reihe eigentlich schon echt Schwierigkeiten, was zu sehen, wenn man nicht 2 Meter groß ist. Da wäre eine größere, höhere Bühne vielleicht ganz gut. Das ist ein bisschen schwierig alles. Im zweiten Saal, da geht das, weil es halt einfach weniger Leute sind. Aber auch da merkt man das. Also das ist ein bisschen schwierig. Gucken wir uns mal an, wie das Ganze jetzt hier so am zweiten Tag laufen wird. Aber ich denke mal, besser wird es nicht, denn es wird tendenziell wahrscheinlich eher voller. Next to the motto you have here, you also have the music. Like you mentioned, it's power metal mainly. So may I ask you what is important for you when you book bands? What is important for you?
So basically, it's important that we love the band and we like the music. And I think if we like the music, we assume that people will also like it. And it comes for the big headliners, and it comes also for the smaller names. Maybe someone doesn't know Fellowship. Fellowship is, and now we're talking, or it could be Power Paladin, who's also playing later today. Alterium, for example, also they just released not even released their debut album yet. And they're really small, and they are not at all big here in Denmark. So it's also first timers for people to see those bands, and that's very important for us. That people can watch new fantastic bands, but at the same time also get the big party with the headliners. So it's important for us to present like a broad spectrum of not only power metal but also the more melodic stuff, the epic stuff, with the main focus on power, to get it as big as a program as possible.
You already mentioned that you have some festivals in Denmark, but as a German it's always different what people mean when they say there are like many festivals. So can you tell us a bit about the Danish festival scene? How many well-known festivals are there? I mean, I know the Copenhagen, but I think that's the only one besides the festival.
Basically, Copenhagen is the major metal festival here in Denmark. It has like all the... it's like Summer Breeze, Hellfest, etc. All those kind of festivals, all the names on the poster. And then we have a couple of other like smaller festivals, like city festivals. Basically, almost every city in Denmark has a metal festival now, I think. Where they also presenting like a more a broad and a variation program with all different genres. And then we're in the city of Roskilde, and the absolute biggest festival in the northern part of Europe. It's actually bigger than Wacken. Is here in Roskilde. It's called the Roskilde Festival. And they got all names from Metallica to Rihanna to Eminem was playing here as well. So that's also like the big gun when you're talking like open air festivals. And they also got a lot, not that much metal as they have done, but there's some metal. But again, the power metal scene is not that popular within the festivals in Denmark, and we want to change that.
Alterium, nice to see you. Not for the first time. I saw you at your very first show, and funny thing, it's your fault that I'm here because of you. I saw that festival. I didn't know before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, we're amazed by that.
And the festival is amazing. So.
Yeah, I saw that you were already here yesterday, so I think you have the chance to get a glimpse of how it is. So what do you think about the festival?
It's really amazing. I'm into fantasy stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, and I really love all the location, what they did with all this, visual stuff as well as the music, which is perfect. Most of the band have some fantasy themes, so it's really perfect and on point for every nerd and power metal fan.
We are the role-playing guys.
So we are enjoying a lot.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you role play, which kind of character is your favorite? I'm always the wizard.
I'm a paladin.
Usually I will be the druid.
The druid.
Or maybe the thief.
Good combo then.
Yeah.
We could be a good party. I saw you today. You were the opener in the Gimle in the second stage. How was it?
It was amazing. It was packed actually, and we just got told that some people couldn't make it inside because it was sold out. So we were sorry for those who couldn't make it, but we are really happy to know that we played in front of a full stage, and actually we really enjoyed the venue.
Yeah, it was amazing.
The stage was really great. The sound was great.
The sound was great. It's the first time I hear myself from the monitors, so I guess so.
Actually, the first time for Alterium, because the first gig we played, they forgot to turn on the monitor. So we
played blind
completely
mode.
blind. And so this time, actually, okay, we can hear ourselves. That's good.
I think the single that maybe got the most attention, but at least people will be like, oh, really? Is the Sabaton single, the Sabaton cover. I mean, there are songs, every cover is a challenge on its own, but there are songs which are, I think, maybe easier, and I think Sabaton is a harder one because the voice of Johan is very unique. It's like covering Rammstein or something like that. So why did you decide to make a cover like that?
Actually, I'm a huge fan of Sabaton, and I was thinking, okay, maybe we should add the cover that will help us to, at the very beginning, it always helped to reach new audience. So I was like, okay, let's do something challenging. And I think that also, considering that I'm an alto, while most of the female singers in metal are sopranos, I was thinking, okay, let's do this. It's challenging, but I have the low notes. I have those low range that is needed for that song. So I love this song. Let's do that. We actually do some more orchestral arrangements on that song compared to the original, but other than that, we tried to stick to the Sabaton version. Of course, I didn't try to copy Joachim's style. It was actually
impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. So I did it my way, but I really enjoyed it, and also in both shows, the crowd really was whoa. When you are a new band, it's difficult to catch the attention of the audience, at least for the entire set list. So if you put inside a cover, I think a very popular one in power metal, it's easier that maybe they were a little bit distracted and, oh, I know that song. So that's why we decided to have it. But I love Sabaton, that's the reason.
Let's play
I saw last year your festival, it was one day. No, it was 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
A shorter day I saw, and it was in April.
Yeah.
This year it's in January, so you moved and it's now basically a winter festival.
Yeah.
So why did you make that decision, and how do you think about the future?
So the important thing is that we can present as good as a program that we want to present to our audience. And if that means that we need to book a tour coming in January, we will do that. Or if there's a very big tour coming in April, we will do that. Or in October, November, etc. And then we will build on the program from that tour if we can see that tour is coming. So it's not important for us to have like a specific date. It's more important for us that we can present the best program as possible. We will never put it in the summer period because of all the summer festivals.
Of course.
So that'll be tough to beat. But for us, it's all about what kind of names we can bring to the festival.
Okay. When you think in general about your future, I mean, you had 2 sold-out festivals in the 2 first editions. I think that's a huge success. What are your plans for the near future, like last year, but also for the longer future? For example, Epic Fest 2030. I don't know.
Well, we don't know either. I mean, we could have sold many more tickets than we have this year, and we have a plan in looking to see what we can do, because we know that people will actually be coming for this. And there might be some changes also for next year, but we will have to see. It's too early to say that, but there will definitely be a 25 edition, and it will also be here, and it will also be at Gimle. That's what I can say for now. But if we can evolve it to some bigger stages, we might do that as well, if the options are there.
Yeah, it's very nice to meet you. To be honest, it's the first time that I see you, but I think it's no surprise because your band is not that old. I don't know if you were already in Germany, because I'm from Germany.
I think so.
No.
Yeah, no, we were only like 3 years old. I think this is our 12th or 13th show ever, so it's no surprise.
Is it your first show in Denmark?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I've not been here before. It's been great. Danish people are lovely so far. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
So for you from Britain too?
Yeah, no, Britain is like half.
Okay.
It's very expensive here, but it's really nice. Even in the cold, it seems like a lovely place, and everyone's been really friendly. So,
what did you expect before, and what was the show like?
So the last show we played was in the Netherlands, so we expected kind of like a little bit similar, but the crowds in the Netherlands were not like they had a great time, enjoyed it, but there wasn't a lot of movement. I think it just wasn't necessarily like the culture. The whole festival we played was a little bit sort of muted, and then here people are crazy. People are so into it, jumping, moshing, which for happy music like ours, we don't really expect mosh pits, but here, moshing all the way. It was great, really, really good experience.
I know that bands hate that kind of question, but I will still ask it because I know that many people will just think that. To be honest, when I see at your theme of the music and your sound too, I have the feeling that one influence for your music could be Twilight Force. Is that true, or is it coincidence?
Our lead songwriter is our drummer, and his favorite bands in the world are like Majestica, Stratovarius and Twilight Force. So it's no surprise that we are in that kind of area.
Yeah, okay. This festival here, Epic Fest, is special because of the motto. You have all that fantasy and magical nerd stuff that I like too. I asked that the bands before, but yeah, their answers were a bit disappointing. But with you, I hope. Do you like that kind of motto? Do you have a connection to that? I hope yes.
Oh, goodness gracious, yes. We're not a Lord of the Rings band, but we're like this close to being a Lord of the Rings band. I have a literature degree, but I spent most of my time reading fantasy books, so I was big into fantasy from day zero. I really love 80s fantasy movies. That's my kind of Princess Bride, even Willow, Beastmaster, if you want to get really niche. It's my bread and butter. Old fantasy is everything.
Did you ever visit a festival that had a theme like that? I think for me in Germany, I didn't see something like that before.
No, I think this is the first time I've been to like an event like this. I've done a couple of Comic Cons, that's like the closest, but no, not for music certainly.
Yeah, I hear that Great Britain is a good place for power metal. Is that true?
It didn't used to be, but it's on the come up right now. There's a lot of brand new UK acts, like you've got us, you've got Battleborn, you've got Dream Troll. They're like everyone's sort of coalescing in the same kind of place. There's a brand new one from Scotland called Catalyst Symphony. They're like fresh out of the gates, but they're already looking really promising. So there's like a movement in UK power metal, and it's becoming more popular around.
Every story, keep my memory alive. Set the match over mountains high and never let it die. Bring my soul return to glory. Read the tales of ancient warriors. They face it eye to eye. In the valley of the holy, in the dragon's territory. For the kingdom and the glory, set the fire, battle in the sky. Denmark!
Then let's ask you about your personal side. I mean, you're the organizer, but also, of course, a metal fan.
Yeah.
When it comes to your music taste this year, what are you most excited about? Which bands?
What I'm looking forward to. I was very much looking forward to see Megaton Sword yesterday, and I didn't catch the show. That was a bummer. But
I saw you at Gloryhammer, I guess.
Sorry?
I think I saw you at Gloryhammer.
I was at Gloryhammer, and I was at Beast in Black. It was awesome. And then my Danish power heart were bleeding for seeing Iron Fire playing the Thunderstorm album at Gimle. It was fantastic. But I think in general, I'm looking forward to see those bands that doesn't play that often here in Denmark, like Power Paladin, Fellowship, as we talked about. But also, I think I've always enjoyed Twilight Force. So I mean, as I started to say that we're both Lauke and I, we're big fans of the genre and the bands, so it's hard to pick.
You would basically enjoy every show.
Every show.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's kind of like the politicians' answer to that.
Yeah, okay. So we are coming to the end of the interview. In the end, I always give the opportunity for the promoter to say some words to the audience, to my followers, maybe to your guests that were here. So if you want to say something, now you have the chance.
Yeah, well, first of all, I will say thank you for taking your time to come here, and it's good. I know there's a lot of German people here at the festival. That's fantastic. We hope to invite even more people for next year. There will be a next year, and 25 is looking great already. We have some names ready for you guys, and I don't know when you guys are seeing this, but I think there will be some names ready at that time. But it's a great festival. Check out our Facebook, Epic Fest. It's just thank you for the support.
So schnell geht ein Festival auch schon wieder vorbei. Orden sind auf den letzten Zügen. Orden, so hat es gerade ausgesprochen, so haben wir wieder was gelernt. Aber ja, uns reicht's langsam, wir sind durch. Skilltron würden eigentlich noch im Gimle spielen, werden sie auch, aber wir werden das wohl nicht mehr sehen. Das hat auch seine Gründe, dazu komme ich gleich. Mein generelles Fazit würde ich mal zweiteilen. Im ersten Teil die Idee, das Konzept, das finde ich ziemlich cool. Zum einen das Wichtigste, die Musik, das Billing. Das ist volle Ladung Power Metal mit richtig guten Bands. Da gab es kaum was ich nicht cool fand. Also Megatons Worten und Iron Fire fand ich jetzt nicht so cool. Die habe ich jetzt ausgelassen. Hätte ich mir auf einem anderen Mixed Metal Festival aber bestimmt mal angeschaut. Also das war richtig gut. Da haben mir einige Bands richtig gut gefallen. Ich glaube, am coolsten fand ich Power Paladin und Fellowship, weil ich die noch nie gesehen habe. Und das einfach cool war, die jetzt mal anschauen zu können. Aber auch Bands wie zum Beispiel gestern Glowy Hammer oder Beast in Black oder heute auch Orden. Heute fand ich es auch wieder richtig gut. Orden muss ich mir angewöhnen. Orden fand ich wieder richtig gut. Wo ich ja beim letzten Mal beim Urok vor 2 Jahren gemeckert habe. Also war wohl nur mal ein schlechter Abend. Das hat ja Spaß gemacht. Bloodbound waren gut. Fast alles, ja, war wirklich gut. Ich finde auch dieses Konzept hier mit diesem ganzen Fantasy-Setting cool. Da werden vorab Karten veröffentlicht im Pen-and-Paper-Style, habe ja schon gesagt, hier diese Flaggen und so weiter. Das Merch entsprechend, das ganze Thema, das wird hier gelebt. Das ist so ein Franchise-Ding, so ein Branding quasi und das ist cool. Die Leute feiern das und ja, daraus kann man richtig was machen. Das ist cool. Man hat auch entsprechende Bands, die dazu passen, wie eben zum Beispiel Twilight Force und Fellowship. Und dann passt das, ja. Dann ist es eine stimmige Sache. Das ist das, was hier richtig cool ist. Es gibt aber eben auch die Seite, die nicht ganz so gut ist. Und da komme ich dann zum zweiten Teil der Ausführung. Und da bestehen meiner Meinung nach schon noch ein paar Mängel. Man muss jetzt natürlich sagen, ich sage das aus der Perspektive des verwöhnten Deutschen, der einen Haufen Festivals hat. Man hat der Quarter drin angemerkt, die sind happy, die stört das nicht so dolle. Die finden das alles super, die sind gut drauf. Aber ich sehe das ein bisschen anders bei manchen Dingen. Man hat diesen zweiten Raum, diese Venue, Gimle, da passen, ich glaube, 650 Leute ungefähr rein. So viele Tickets wurden letztes Jahr verkauft und es war sold out. Dieses Jahr sind es 1300. Es spielen 7 von 13 Bands im Gimle und es kam eben wirklich vor, dass Leute nicht mehr rein konnten. Terra Atlantica habe ich getroffen, die konnten sich Power Paladin nicht angucken. Im Interview wurde es uns auch gesagt von Alterium, dass es Leute gab, die den Gig nicht sehen konnten. Also ja, das ist ein reelles Problem und ich kenne das schon von Metal Hammer Paradise zum Beispiel und muss sagen, für mich ist das eigentlich schon No-Go. Wenn ich ein Ticket zahle, möchte ich alle Bands sehen können. Überschneidungen sind Mist und erst recht, wenn man irgendwie in eine Location nicht mehr rein kann. Das ist ja quasi ein Fehler im System. Das ist ja geplant, dass Leute draußen lassen. Es können nicht alle rein. Das ist natürlich nicht so schön. Erste Stage, groß genug, da können alle gucken. In der Theorie, in der Praxis ist die Stage, naja, keine Ahnung, vielleicht 1 Meter hoch. Viel höher kann es nicht sein, wenn überhaupt. Und ja, hinter der 7., 8. Reihe sieht man nichts mehr. Also ihr werdet jetzt in den Aufnahmen gesehen haben, wie schwierig das war, da mal einen freien Shot zu kriegen. Ihr werdet viele Arme da wahrscheinlich drin gesehen haben und Hände. Und das merkt man natürlich in der Crowd. Also ich habe da nicht viel gesehen, ich habe viel verpasst und ich bin 1,80 groß. Jetzt stellt euch mal vor, ich wäre 1,65 groß. Das kannst du voll vergessen. Also da hast du hier vom Festival überhaupt nichts. Da hörst du ein bisschen was, aber du wirst nichts sehen. Und das ist ein großes Problem. Da kann man Podeste hinstellen, Aufbauten. Irgendwas muss man da tun. Und ja, dadurch hat man hier bei vielen irgendwie immer das Problem gehabt, man muss hetzen, um einen guten Platz zu kriegen, man muss hetzen, um früh genug da zu sein oder irgendwo einen Platz zu kriegen, wo man was sieht, man muss hetzen, um in der zweiten Location rechtzeitig da zu sein und nicht vor geschlossenen Toren zu stehen und gesagt zu bekommen, nö, voll, geht wieder. Ja, und dadurch war es alles in allem leider ein bisschen anstrengend. Ich glaube, das Ding hat Potenzial, das ist cool. Ich würde mir das, glaube ich, auch nochmal anschauen, aber nicht im nächsten Jahr. Ich würde dem Ganzen mal 2-3 Jahre zum Reifen geben, dass man da noch so ein bisschen schauen kann, was passiert. Vielleicht gibt es ja diese größere neue Location, die Sören vorhin angeteased hat im Interview, und dann könnte das auch was werden. Nächstes Jahr ist das Ganze im April. Da bin ich nicht frei wahrscheinlich, Ragnarök-Zeit und so, aber vielleicht ja wieder 2025 oder 26. Schauen wir mal. War aber eine spannende Erfahrung, und wenn ihr volle Bude Power Metal haben wollt und 2 Meter groß seid, dann empfehle ich euch das auf jeden Fall. Ansonsten müsst ihr euch mal überlegen, ob ihr euch eine Trittleiter mitbringt oder so. Das war soweit mit dem Epic Fest aus Dänemark, Roskilde bei Kopenhagen, und weiter geht's dann mit den Frostfeuernächten, unserem vorherigen Saisonauftakt. Da freue ich mich drauf, da sind wahrscheinlich auch ein paar weniger Leute und man kann auf jeden Fall gut gucken mit einigen spannenden Bands, das seht ihr, wenn es soweit ist. Und nochmal 5 Wochen später, glaube ich, das Meet and Greet Festival im Ruhrpott. Das ist ja eher so in der Folk-Pagan-Black-Schiene, das wird auch wieder schön. Das war's von mir. Die Saison 2024 ist offiziell eröffnet. Das war Festival Nummer 1 von vielen, die da kommen. Ich hoffe, auf dem einen oder anderen davon sehen wir uns. Und ja, dann lesen wir uns in den Kommentaren. Schreibt mir mal, ob ihr so ein Festival mit einem Haufen Nerdtum auch besuchen würdet. Bis dahin, man sieht sich.